Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, the 33rd team says the Ravens have almost a perfect roster. But look, guys, listen, man, this breakdown, and they don't realize it, proves exactly my point when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm going to laugh because some of you are going to listen and be like, oh, yeah, see? Yeah. Until you hear the rebuttals and you're going to say, no. And I'm going to be like, you see? You ask why? There goes your answer. Why? Ask the question why. All that I've been living, for this pain that I've been given. Why you got me messed up? Why you got to do me like that? Y'all know that's the Jadakiss. Y'all know. But I'm gonna play the audio and the video, and we're gonna break it down. All right. And if you like more content like this, please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, support, and let's get this party started. I love being right, but let's continue. Let's do this.
But they are solid top to bottom with star power, certainly with Lamar, Henry, Kyle Hamilton, and really like where the Ravens are heading into the season.
Yeah, they were my number 3 roster in the league. Top to bottom, there's very little in the way of weaknesses. Obviously, they've got
very little.
Lamar Jackson, so they've got the quarterback. They've got one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and a guy who doesn't just play well, doesn't just make things difficult for the opposition, but I think does raise the level of other people around him. Way back when there was that the debate was around Ronnie Stanley and how elite is he as a pass blocker versus how much is Lamar Jackson helping him out. I think you can extend that out to the entire offensive line now. And
don't you listen? I want to make sure that you heard what he said. So he's telling you that there's no weaknesses on this team. But there's no weaknesses on this team because there's a guy raising the level of everybody else on the team. Some of y'all be like, why are you talking about Lamar so much? He's the quarterback who makes all of them more viable players. Remember, those are all pros they're talking about. Pro Bowlers they're talking about. Right? But I'll let it run. Check it out.
And Derrick Henry is a part of that as well. So you've got, if you were picking a hole in this roster, you would say, I don't really like any of the guards they have on the roster. But last season, I think, shows that it just doesn't matter. Like, neither one of those guards, none of those guards may be particularly good, but with the combination of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in the backfield, it doesn't really impact the run game. And with Lamar Jackson, a quarterback, it doesn't really impact the pass game either.
Bro, I love when people make my point. You see how they're saying, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the stats show that it doesn't matter. He already admitted that the guards are horrible. One of those guards are a pro bowler. Talking to somebody on this one, right? Because we get to a point to where Raven fans get mad at hearing the name Lamar, and they say that we're defending Lamar, but then fail to realize and recognize that our team is a lot, not all the players, but there's a large percentage of the team that are a bucket of scraps that they are turning literally in to the Iron Man Mark 1. You remember him? Remember in Iron Man when the guy goes, Tony Stark built this in a cave with a bucket of scraps. And the guy goes, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not Tony Stark. I'm sorry, sir. They're not Lamar Jackson. See, this is what y'all fail to recognize. And why I be getting me mad and why I be getting hyped. Because now you have them even say, oh, they're an incredible roster. No real weaknesses. The whole line's good. But, the whole line gets uplifted by Lamar. Let's be real. The guards are bad and everything else. See what I'm trying to say? But I'll let it continue. Let's rock.
So I don't know that it's a big deal at all and that's probably by far the weakest area of this entire roster. Receiving core is in good shape. Maybe they're similar to Buffalo in terms of missing that, one X receiver that maybe could be transformative. But again, they've been missing that for a few years, and it hasn't made a big difference. Elsewhere, like you're looking on the roster trying to find weak spots. There aren't really any. Maybe Malachi Starks is a weak spot simply because he's a rookie and we don't know if he's going to be good yet. But again, similar to Buffalo with Maxwell Harrison, it's like there's some pressure on him because you need him to start right away. But this is a team without weaknesses, really.
So, you hear what he said? He said, this is a team without real weaknesses. But the wide receiver core is comparable to what Buffalo got. Remember, everyone says Buffalo don't got no weapons. How did they say? They said Buffalo don't got no weapons. I'm proving a point. I really am. I'm trying to drive home a point on this one. Because you hear how they're comparing, it's comparable to what Buffalo got. But the offense don't look like how Buffalo got, does it? Not even close. Looks way more explosive. Mind you, they're doing that while taking the least amount of pass attempts. Y'all really don't understand. Y'all really don't understand. This is why I get on some Raven fans just how lucky we are to have that guy. The same thing can be said about Chicago Bulls when they got Michael Jordan. Same thing can be said about the Los Angeles, Lakers when they pulled away and got Shaquille O'Neal. You really don't know how good you got it with that guy. And you hear, and that's my problem with Raven fans. Oh, we have everything. Everything is so great. But when you see how they break it down and if you want to look for some, the O-line's really not good. But we've seen that doesn't really matter because look how many points they score. Look how good the offense still is. Could you imagine then what this team would look like if the O-line was actually good? Oh! Could actually pass pro? Oh! Wouldn't give up people in the run game? Oh! Would actually protect our quarterback? Do you have any idea how unstoppable this team would be? But you see how everything is viewed. Well, Lamar makes everything better because they're winning. They're winning and they're scoring a lot of points. So, it's fine. It's okay. The wide receivers aren't even, they're okay, But, look at the stats. They're great. And Lamar is giving these guys extra money. On other teams, a lot of these guys would be the third, fourth string receivers or linemen wouldn't even make it off the bench. They may be on practice squad players. If that. But they're getting Pro Bowl selections because they're playing with 8. Literally feeding their families. Didn't he just explain it to you exactly what I've been trying to tell you for how long? Imagine the O-line's been a problem. People like, that's what I've been trying to tell you about Ronnie Stanley. We had to resign Ronnie Stanley because the Ravens put us in a predicament where we needed to. He was the only guy that's open from left tackle. What else were we going to do? I kept trying to tell everybody, he's not great. He's okay. But he gets so much more love because he's playing next to Lamar. And they just said it. You can say that about the entire offensive line. Every offseason we're getting dominated. Our O-line's getting killed. Why do you think that is? You got teams that can literally get to us quickly, inadvertently, with 3 guys. 4 down linemen is considered blitzing when the Ravens are playing because they get through the line so easily. 5 is automatically an untouched player. He's not getting touched. And it's expected of Lamar to dip, dive, duck, and dodge and still complete the play. And y'all wonder why I'm the way I am? You wonder why I say the things that I say? And why I even called it out the other day saying, isn't it funny how, we have enough on offense. There's never enough on defense, but we always have enough on offense? Bro, y'all, that's the crazy thing. All these other guys that have left the Baltimore Ravens have looked like trash, except for one, and that's Zeitler. All the other ones have looked like trash, leaving the Baltimore Ravens. Straight up. But no one wants to say anything for risk of hurting people's feelings or the truth smacking you in your face. Think about what's going on here. They're saying we have the third most perfect roster. And they pointed out major concerns that are literally mitigated because 8 is our quarterback. And every offseason, or when the going gets tough, those mitigating factors don't show up. And then we look at 8 and blame 8 all the time. Oh, you got to catch the ball more. You got to run the ball more. Imagine a quarterback that can't just fling the ball. It's not enough. They're like, yo, you got to run too, bro. You got to run. You got to make plays, man. You got to go. You got to break a 60-yard run. What are you doing, Lamar? Come on now, man. You got to fight out of those tackles. There's 3 guys running at you. You're Lamar Jackson. You got to make it happen. You don't hear anybody saying, yo, where's the extra guy to chip block? Happy on the coaches. What about the O-line? Right? You don't hear that. It's just blame, 8. It's nasty work out here, bro. Nasty work. Wonder why I'm the way I am. But what do you guys think? Were you surprised that they broke down the Ravens team being so perfect, but somehow yet so flawed? And do you understand now why I say what I say when it comes to Lamar? Let me know what you think down in the comments because I want to know what you guys think about this. All right? But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Again, now we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we do what? Facts and truth. Please remember to like and subscribe to The Wunderkind Morning Show. Live Monday through Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. We did a live this morning. Every Friday we go live on the regular channel here. It was great this morning. We had over 1,800 people tune in to the live this morning. Crazy amount of donations. It was probably the best Friday live we ever did. Thank you for so much for the support. Shout out to everybody that also supports this channel. But please, let's get this channel supported and get up to 500 subscribers so we can make it just for the members because we're a member-based channel. And then we'll get that for you guys, okay? A lot of fun on that. All hot topic sports. End of every show, a little bit of nostalgia trivia from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. All right, guys? So be there or be squared. I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, or just say, yo, Nitro, I'm proud of you. Here you go. We just want to support. Bottom of the screen, QR code to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign. The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is not just signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah.